All right. Hello, everyone. It's been a couple of months since my last post, and quite a few changes happened, Yeah, quite a few changes ended up happening, the first being I got burned out because I was looking for a job within the creative field, reaching out to different kind of people, having different kind of coffee chat, but it didn't per se turn into a full-time position because, granted, if unless you've been living under a rock, there's many things happening both economically and politically on a global scale. Let it be AI and other things that I will not get into. A lot of companies then started to downsize or lay off people or expect to find a unicorn, but not just any unicorn, but a well-crafted super unicorn that can do it all. So it got me burned out because you are like, okay, should I learn Framer? Should I learn Rive? Should I learn Cavalry? And I ended up like trying to learn bits and pieces of all of them. And I got exhausted, like I couldn't really do it anymore. So at some point I was like, okay, I'm just gonna find a part-time job in which it allows me to pay the bills, and then I can just relax and think and regroup and see how to move forward. That's what I did. And this got me to start questioning what it means to do design, what it means to do art. Because on one hand, if you're in the design field, there's like a lot of people now asking you to use AI tools. And to me personally, if I see all these visual AI tools, they all are part of scraped databases of artists that have followed for years, They got me to do it, what I do today, because they inspired me, and seeing it all being, reproduced or reprompted and remixed, if you will call it that, it just leaves an odd taste in my mouth, So it really got me to ask, what kind of designer am I? Like, am I more of a brand designer or a coder or motion designer? Like for me personally, I don't like motion design, only a certain aspect of it. But at the moment you start like having to keyframe a lot of things for just 3 seconds animation, that's like where I'm just like, nah, I call quits, But yeah, so during this period of rest, that started like coming out, questions to see where to proceed further in this digitally perfect world that we are going to be living in with all these AI tools. And each new day there's bazillions of new AI tools that will solve this and this problem, which in reality it isn't true, but that's a can of worms for another time. That's of course in my opinion. And yeah, so I also then fell into mental health issue because of like this whole chap anxiety thing. So I really needed like a honest rest to stop doing, and stop like doing things out of fear, and really start questioning more, what is the internal drive, what is the compass, like what do I wish to allow design to be. And I went and experimented with like creating my own merchandise to see what I feel like doing that. I didn't end up banning into like something I will pursue further, because right now there's like the print-on-demand service I was using, they're gonna close down, unfortunately. So I will need to rethink about that, or perhaps I just need to do screen printing myself on the merchandises. But yeah, so I got to experiment with that, a little bit of printing, and yeah, I even rebranded myself. I'm still unsure about that, because now I call myself a brand designer. However, I do still feel like I lack just one project or 2 projects on my portfolio to actually portray that. And it also making me question then, if I see design more on the only money aspect, right? Okay, because I remember talking to a friend of mine, like that's how he sees design, even though like he does crafted things with books. If design is more of a money thing, right? what sector is best suited in my side. And I feel brand design is why I chose that, because you're kind of like building a whole system. It's like more based on strategy and creating a look that actually fits the brand's mission, the brand's value, and what they stand for. It's still a work in progress, and I feel this is like something that's going to be important is communication between you and the brand, or between you and the client, rather than relaying for big studios to solve everything, because that in itself is changing. I think hierarchy is 100% changing. It's no longer a thing about upward climbing where you go from junior to medium to senior. Perhaps in some studios still exist, but that's slowly going to be dwindling, or blurring moving forward. Especially when you continue to see more and more job descriptions asking you to use AI tools, thinking that it will solve every problem if you use AI tools, but in reality it doesn't, in my opinion. But yeah, thus moving forward in 2026, what does it mean for me to be a designer? And I think what I hope to accomplish is to use design to make people slow down, solving business problems that is related to making people be more in the moment, more in the present, or bringing good things to their health, right? I don't know what it portrays yet, like in what kind of direction that will be, because I thought it would be like sustainability, but the sustainability sector is like fully volatile, and since you work a lot with budgets. But I have been seeing other studios that is like doing more urgency driven kind of design, which allows them to really push forward. One of the studios called Modern Works, that they're doing phenomenal work. Also, there has been like designers that I follow. I forgot his name. Or a designer, I found like his visual journal to be super powerful. It's like half of it. Like he uses design to journal his experiences within the world, and yeah, and I see myself moving forward, trying to customize the path that I think is best suited, that combines artistic expression and design thinking to build systems and solutions that is aiming to make people slow down and think of what it means to be human. Not necessarily designing for a new AI service, unless it's really trying to help humanity or help you connect with yourself, but not necessarily creating more design works that's about advertisement for the next new, let's say, keyboard or new mice, I think what we need right now is awareness of what we are losing and clarity of what we need. And what we need as human species is to get back to that sense of self. A little bit philosophical, but I feel that's what we're losing, Like if you think, for me personally, I was like, you're just scrolling on Instagram. What exactly you're learning? Nothing. Same with Twitter, or any of these social medias, There is something we are losing right now on a rapid speed, and with AI that's going to be even worse, which is our thinking, our ability to write. Because if you think about it, a couple months ago, we didn't need prompting to write emails, but suddenly now everyone needs to prompt to write emails, So yeah, literacy, the human skills, the human thinking, and all those things is what we are in need right now. But I say this not knowing personally how my design road will continue evolving for the next year, But this is like the realization I came to after asking the question, what does it mean to be a designer in the modern time? And what do I wish to do with this skill? You know, perhaps a question you can ask yourself too. If you're struggling to understand yourself, but also the craft of design in general. Perhaps it means you're going to be creating digital experiences that is interactive with your design thinking and your illustrative skills, you know. Actually, that could be cool. Hey, there you go. ID for myself too. So yeah. In a nutshell, this year has been a year of changes and thinking and pondering and navigating the deep blue. So yeah. I also feel moving forward, how I start doing is going more to in-person events, communities. Like I've been to things like Offline Club, other things like Control A, which is like a motion design community. Offline Club is like more about digital detox, like where you're without your phone. It's a worldwide movement now, but they started like 2 years ago, and it just blew up. I said 2 years ago. Yeah, actually, technically it's 2 years ago now. And there's now this new one called Kuch Community, which is also like about connecting different cultures together and bringing variety of interactive experiences, you know. So yeah, there's many new things slowly starting to come to regain back that need to connect, the need to slow down and be off for a minute, you know. So that's what I feel is gonna become the theme moving forward in 2026. Thank you for watching, and I shall see you guys next time. I hope you had a good year. I hope if you didn't have a good year, that you have a good rest at least. That you have people that you can talk to about like maybe internal problems that you're feeling. It's really important instead of holding it in. And yeah. Thank you, and until next time. Bye-bye for now.